Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Blue Golf Ball today for another Pokemon TCG Online video. And today I have for you guys a Heracross, Mega Heracross EX deck given to us by Vitor Torres, who recommended me to build a Mega Heracross or a Venusaur deck. I can't do both, can't put them on the same deck, I apologize, but we'll have a deck built around Mega Heracross EX, 220 HP Pokemon, Mega Evolution Roll. If you evolve, you Mega Evolve, you lose a turn. And that just sucks. But Big Bang Horn, you can do this attack for two grass energies, one colorless energy. Does 108 damage minus 10 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Meaning if your Mega Heracross EX is completely fresh with no damage on it, you're just hitting one-hit knockouts on most EXs. And the way we're going to keep our Mega Heracross alive is probably using Dusknoir. This is our main option, Shadow Void. Move damage counters onto Dusknoir, and then we can use Max Potion, just Max Potion and heal it off straight up from Dusknoir. Now, we do have Jinx that can do Victory Kiss. We can, if we have 4 of them, we can heal 40 damage per turn, which is pretty solid. And then finally, we have Genesect. This is from Plasma Blast. Call for Family. We can get the grass Pokemon out pretty good. Kind of wish the Call for Family was Call for Family for any type of Pokemon. That would have been great. But what we really care about is Jet Impact, right? Jet Impact, we can almost one-shot safeguard Pokemon. So if we run into Sigilyph, run into Suicune, well, I think Suicune is weak against grass, so that should do there. But if we flip heads, for 3 energy, it is a bit costly. But hey, if we flip heads, we can just one-shot a Sigilyph, and that's what we really care about. Since our only attacker really is going to be Mega Heracross, and we don't really have any other attackers besides Genesect, which is still a very heavy attack cost here with 3 and 1 colorless, which is kind of the same thing as Giga Power. You can do 40 more damage. If you do 20 damage to yourself, which is like basically the same thing. If you flip a coin, you can do 20 damage and you don't hurt yourself. And so, I don't know. Both of them are doing 80 for the same amount of energy costs, which is not very efficient, but whatever. We really this is only our tech card to kind of knock out safeguard Pokemon, but anyways, that's it for the deck. Let's take a look at the item cards. We've got Escape Rope, one of these, 2 Max Potions, 3 Potions just to heal some more damage off. We got Professor Letter. We got 2 Rare Candies for the Stage 2 line with Dusknoir. We do have Robo Substitute. That way, if we Mega Evolve, we can just push the Robo Substitute onto the active spot, let the Robo Substitute get knocked out, and then that way we don't really lose a turn and don't really lose any Pokemon. We do have Scramble Switch as the aspect of choice. This way, we just move the energy around, be more fluid, right? For example, let's say we do run into a Sigilyph onto the bench, or maybe a Suicune onto the bench, and we really need to scramble switch. We got, my opponent puts up the Sigilyph, the safeguard Pokemon. We can just scramble switch, play the Genesect onto the bench, scramble switch onto it, and hit it for a knockout, right? So there we go. That's the purpose behind that. We do have a couple of these gold switches now. We got 2 of them because Mega Heracross is a 3 retreat cost, and so is Dusknoir's 3 retreat cost. Very heavy Pokemon. So both the Escape Rope and the switch will work out for that. We got 3 Ultra Balls just to get the Pokemon to our hand, and then we got 2 VS Seekers just to get the support line back into our hand as well. And then we got the starting off with the support line. We got Culver's, one of these, 1 Lysanders, 1 Lysander trump card, 3 Ends, 1 Pokemon Fan Club, 2 Professor Birch's Observations. We kind of need to draw into cards. This deck can be pretty slow at times. And then 4 Junipers, and then that's it for that. We got Champions Festival, 2 of these just to heal damage. Typically, we want to get a full bench going. That way, we can just heal more damage off. Now, for the item card, right, the tool card, we're going to be playing Weakness Policy. This way, if we run into things like Flareon or Charizard, right? Since we're fire weak and we really only have grass type, we need to play Weakness Policy, and that way we just don't get one shot, right? Because Pyroar can one shot us, right? Pyroar, even though we're a stage technically not a basic, we can attack him. Pyroar can one shot us with a Muscle Band and discarding energy, doing 90 plus 20. So that's the reason behind that. But then we have 10 grass energy. I thought about playing the special herbal energy, but I found out those are pretty useless, and it's hard to use them, and especially when you just kind of it's early in the game and you're playing him for no reason, right? You're playing him, you don't even get to heal, and it's the only energy card in your hand. You got to play it, and then your opponent plays an Enhanced Hammer. And so, plus it doesn't work for like Jinx. Let's say you need to retreat Jinx, and all you got is their herbal energy. You can't play it on Jinx, right? And what if you're playing against Sylveon, right? Very annoying Pokemon. They move the herbal energy onto your Dusknoir, and then it just gets discarded. Alright, so that means that you can't switch and then scramble switch it on back onto your Pokemon at all. And it just gets burned away. So that's the reason behind that. That's why I don't play Herbal Energy. And alright, so let's go ahead and see this deck in action on Pokemon TCG Online. Okay, looks like we're going against Theophilus 4. Cool tip, guys. Theophilus was actually mentioned in the Gospel of Luke, if you guys know, the Bible. Theo meaning God, Philos meaning love. If you guys are from the city of Philadelphia, you guys all know that's the city of brotherly love. But anyway, so Theophilus means one who loves God. So that's kind of an interesting bit right there. Anyways, we start off with a Heracross and another Heracross. We're going against a Joltik over here. It's probably a Night March deck for all I know. Boy, this is not looking too good. What I want to do is... let's see. Well, the Night March here can be pretty dangerous. Alright, so what I want to do is just sacrifice, let's just sacrifice a Genesect, right? That way, so these Night March decks are very explosive, extremely explosive. So if we see a DCE and two battle compressors, right? That's our like, let's say we see a DCE, Muscle Band, 2 battle compressors. My opponent would be doing, oh, look at that, we even see Ultra Balls as well. And there we go, here's a Mew. So we see a Lampent and a Joltik in the discard pile. We even see a Juniper discarding more Pumpkaboos. Wow, see you guys see, oh my goodness, a battle compressor right there. See what I'm saying? This deck can be very deadly. Very fast. Right now, if I would have kept there, see, I told you guys 2 battle compressors. It's so easy to get 2 battle compressors going. And there you go, right? So if I had my Heracross out there, I probably could have got knocked out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7 plus DCE and Muscle Band. That's basically 8 times. That's 160 damage right there. Pretty scary stuff, man. Pretty scary stuff. Plus, with the battle compressor, another three Night March Pokemon are going to be hitting the discard pile. Meaning we can see maybe another Joltik, and a Pumpkaboo for all I know. So there we go. My opponent's able to get a Pumpkaboo, and another battle compressor. 3 battle compressors already out of the scene. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What is that? Yeah, 9 Pokemon hitting for 180 damage right now. If my opponent has the DCE. That means if I kept the Heracross EX out there, I would have just lost it for no reason. But thank goodness we play pretty conservatively. So there we go. We will Mega Evolve here. We do have the Juniper in hand, and we're kind of just wait and see. We didn't get any more energy drops, which is a bit of a bummer. But my opponent also didn't get any energy drops either. So the Mew EX is over there. We see the Joltik over here, pretty intimidating with this little Night March attack. It can always gnaw us too for 10 damage. You never know, that might be pretty threatening. So Pumpkaboo, 3, 4, all 4 Pumpkaboos are out here, all 4 Lampents are out here, and 1 Joltik. Oh man, there it is. There's the DCE. My opponent was able to pull that off. We see 2 Mews hit the bench, an Ultra Ball, probably going for another Joltik. And we see the discard for the Sudden Megaphone and a Escape Rope. My opponent probably could have played the Escape Rope, and that would have forced my Heracross to go out into the active spot, and then the Mew would have been able to knock it out. And that would have been pretty devastating because that would have been an easy one-hit knockout. Here we go. Our Genesect gets eliminated, and our Heracross probably will get eliminated too. So Genesect was really the only answer for us to battle against the Sigilif, but hey, we're able to draw into that. That's not so bad. We'll go with the Champions Festival. Kind of want to hang on to the Champions Festival when we actually need it. So I'm going to go ahead and end our turn here. We will be able to Big Bang Horn the next turn, but yeah, I think Champions Festival is a much needed card. We do have a potion here, but we'll probably lose it once we use the Juniper and Juniper our hand away. What I could have done too is left the Heracross to get knocked out. That way I can end my opponent down to 3 cards, which could be pretty good. But right now I don't want to lose any more prize cards to my opponent. My opponent can definitely Lysander out the Mega Heracross. Wouldn't be able to knock us out, I don't believe. But otherwise we don't have our Dusknoir in play, so we can't really move damage counters. We need to get our Jinx going, and that way if we get 3 of them, we can at least start to heal 40, 30 to 40 damage away. That would be pretty slick. But anyways, my opponent has the Colress here, and let's see, not sure what the next steps would be for my opponent. I think knocking out the Robo Substitute would be pretty clear, but I would knock out the Joltik, and then my opponent wouldn't have anything on the bench for the Mew to copy. But the Sigilif would be able to kind of stall for time, being that it would have Safeguard, and I wouldn't be able to attack it. Plus, our Genesect got knocked out. And we don't really have, we don't have Scramble Switch to move on to that, and being able to do, what is this thing called? Jet Impact. Yeah, we won't be able to do that. So Colress, Ultra Ball is already gone. That means another Ultra Ball down here. My opponent probably has played maybe 3, but you never know. It could be, could see 2 more Ultra Balls. There we go. Here's one more Ultra Ball. We're getting the last Joltik out, knocking this one out. We'll go with the big Metagross, not Metagross, Heracross I meant. So here we go, let's go with that. We'll go with the Juniper. Definitely don't need it playing N. And so we do get a Scramble Switch. So if we see the Sigilif up there, we can just Scramble Switch onto the Genesect, and we can actually just Max Potion off the damage away. So no real need to play weakness policy, so I'm just going to play it here. And let's go ahead, Big Bang Horn, hitting for 180 damage, knocking out the poor little Joltik. We're going to see the Mew come out. My opponent needs to counter the Stadium, unless my opponent plays another energy card. That'll work as well. But right now my opponent would be doing wow, see a Litwick here. 1, 2, 3... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 200 damage. Wow, with a muscle band, he can actually knock us out. That is vicious. Here we go. My opponent plays a Colress. I hope my opponent doesn't get the muscle band. If he does, then boy, are we in danger. So, anyways, we see a Battle Compressor. I can actually probably just Scramble Switch onto the Heracross. I don't know how I would deal with the Sigilif, other than trying to keep powering up the Genesect. But what I want to do really is probably Scramble Switch. If my opponent can't knock out the Mew, then we'll Scramble Switch onto the Heracross. But right now with the Battle Compressor, that's the 4th Battle Compressor. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see, that's 2 Joltiks, 1 Joltik here. There could be 1 Joltik in the prize cards, or 1 more Joltik in my opponent's hand. That's, all 4 Lampins, all 4 Pumpkaboos. My opponent needs to get that last Joltik out there, and no, my opponent couldn't do it, so my opponent needs that Muscle Band, otherwise my opponent's going to be short, knocking out the Mega Heracross EX. So right now, my opponent is short. We're going to Scramble Switch, and just Max Potion everything off. So, let's see here, what we can do is... let's see, yeah, let's just do that. We're going to go with the Scramble Switch, moving these over to the Heracross, knock out the Mew, and oh, I thought I misclicked there. Alright, so let's attach, nope, let's cancel that. We will Max Potion this off, 200 damage healing off. Oh, wow, that is great. And here we go. Let's go with the Lysander's Trump card. That way my opponent wouldn't be able to hit us for a lot unless my opponent was able to draw in some more Battle Compressors. But here we go. Let's go with the Giga Power, knocking out. Yes, let's do 20 damage to herself, knocking out the Mew EX, drawing into 2 more cards. We do get an Escape Rope, so that's really good too. If we see the Synergist come up, we can probably just go with an Escape Rope, I suppose, and maybe just play the energy onto the Genesect and then retreat the Genesect and then knock out the Mew EX or the Joltik for that matter. So here we go. We see a Sigilif. Let's see, wait and see what my opponent plays an energy card onto, if he even has an energy card to play to. But the plan of attack here would be the Escape Rope. I remember seeing my opponent play a couple Ns already. One N was in the discard pile from the discard, so if we see an N, that's too bad, but I'm not counting on it. So there we go. Just a simple energy attachment and also a life dew. So let's go ahead. We're going to play this here. And what I'm going to do is just play the Escape Rope, forcing out a Joltik or the Mew. And then we're just going to knock out both. Whatever comes out, we're going to knock it out. And then we're going to retreat into the Genesect. So probably shouldn't have played, probably shouldn't have played this, but you know what, that's right. So let's go ahead. We're going to retreat. Might as well just do the Victory Kisses. We're going to hang on to the Ultra Ball and the Colress, and the potion. Anyways, there we go. We have a VS Seeker, so next time we can play the Colress and draw into more cards. But here we go. Let's go with a Guard Press for 40. That would knock out the little Joltik. And we have the Lysander, which we can Lysander out the Mew EX. Right? So the only way my opponent can win right now is if my opponent can get a Joltik onto the bench and play a handful of battle compressors and then knock out my Heracross in one shot. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and live center out the Mew and knock it out. So that's going to be the plan of attack. Oh boy, we see the Sigilyph hit us for 60, and that's it. It's going to be game. We're going to go ahead. Let's grab the Mew, hit us with the Giga Power. Yes, we'll do 20 ourselves. Knock out the Mewtwo, 120 damage, and there we go. Victory for Mega Heracross. Well, more like Heracross EX, but Mega Heracross actually put up a pretty good fight and was able to withstand a huge attack from us. Which is pretty cool. So there we go. Let's see the stats. 220 damage healed off that big healing right there, and we hit for 500 total. Not quite as much as our opponent, but you know what? That's all right. Pretty sweet. Heracross EX. That Heracross, Mega Heracross line stood its ground. And that was a ton of fun. You guys might be curious what was the prize, and we get 50 gold coins. That's about it, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up if you guys like what this channel is all about. Subscribe if you guys haven't. I'll have some more Pokemon TCG Online videos guys soon. You guys have a good day. Take care. Goodbye.